When you think about the real heart of a country, what pops into your head? For a lot of people, it's not the massive, buzzing cities. It's the villages. So today, we're going to dive into one of the most incredible experiments in local democracy anywhere on the planet. I mean, look at this. It's the classic picture, right? Peaceful, quiet, everybody knows everybody. It looks almost simple. But, imagine trying to actually govern a place like this, and then multiply that challenge by hundreds of thousands. The scale is just staggering. And here is the number that really puts it all into perspective. 600,000. That's how many villages there are scattered all across India. It's a massive number, and with it comes a truly massive governance challenge. So that leads to this huge question. How on earth do you govern a country where almost 1 billion people live out in rural areas? I mean, you can't exactly run to the national capital for every little local issue, right? The solution they came up with is actually pretty brilliant. And that solution is called Panchayati Raj. The name basically means rule by village council. And honestly, it's such an elegant answer to that super complex problem we just talked about. So what is it exactly? Well, at its heart, Panchayati Raj is all about self-government. The whole idea is to push power all the way down to the local level so people can have a real say in the decisions that affect their everyday lives. And that right there, that's the real spirit of democracy, isn't it? Instead of some top-down system where decisions get made hundreds of miles away, this empowers communities to tackle their own problems, whether it's about water, local roads, schools, you name it. Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work on the ground? It's not just one giant council, of course. It's a really smart structure that's built from the ground up. This lays it out perfectly. It's a 3-tier system. You start at the very bottom, right at the village level, with the Gram Panchayat. Then you move up a level to a block of villages, and finally, up to the district level. This layered setup makes sure that local issues stay connected to the bigger regional picture. All right, the absolute foundation, the bedrock of this whole system is the Gram Panchayat. This is where you see democracy in its purest form. The Gram Sabha, which is really just all the adults in the village who can vote, they all get together, discuss their problems, and elect their own council, including a leader called the Sarpanch. And here's something that's absolutely crucial. The system is designed to be inclusive. Get this, a full 1/3 of all the seats on these councils are reserved for women. And let me tell you, this has been a total game changer for getting more women into political leadership. Okay, so that's the theory. But does it actually work? What does it look like in real life? Let's get to the good stuff, the incredible stories that have come directly out of this system. See, in meetings just like this one, this is where the magic happens. This isn't just a photo op. This is where real people discuss what they need, hold their elected leaders accountable, and literally build their own future. It's the engine room of democracy. And just look at the incredible leaders this system produces. You've got people like Vandana Bahadur Maida, who completely broke with tradition to become her village's first female sarpanch. Then there's Papatrao Pawar, who literally turned his drought-stricken village into a green, thriving place. And Danyeshwar Kamble, a transgender sarpanch who won with a simple motto, serve the village. These stories are just amazing. And this is what that kind of leadership looks like. That's not just a pretty stream. For that village, it's a lifeline. This is what happens when a community with a leader like Papatrao Pawar takes control of its own destiny. It just proves that the best solutions often come from the community itself. But wait, the story gets even better, because this whole thing isn't just for the adults. One of the most amazing parts is how it's bringing kids into the picture. So, say hello to the Bal Panchayat, or the Children's Council. In these councils, kids aren't just told to be seen and not heard. No, they are given a real platform to speak up, learn about their rights, and actually push for the changes they want to see. And you know what? They get real results. These kids' councils have done things like get child laborers out of work and back into school. They've fought against child marriage. They've even pushed for things like safer walls around their schools and cleaner kitchens for their lunches. They are learning to be leaders by, well, actually leading. Okay, so when you see all of this in action, you have to kind of step back and ask, why does this matter so much? What's the big lesson here? Mahatma Gandhi once famously said, "The real India lives in its villages." And that quote just perfectly sums up the whole idea behind Panchayati Raj. If the heart of a nation really is in its villages, then real democracy has to start by empowering those villages. So, what are the big takeaways for all of us? First, true democracy isn't just about voting every few years, it's about being involved. Second, local people often have the best solutions to local problems. And finally, and this is a big one, when you empower everyone in a community, especially women and children, you unlock this incredible potential for real, lasting change. And that leaves us with one final thought. This isn't just a story about India. It's a lesson for all of us about the power of local action. It really makes you think, if the power to solve a community's biggest problems is already right there, within the people themselves, what's one thing you could help change right where you live?